Hey, all right, it's week 3. We had some incredible matchups last week. Scott unseated Sean from the Boombox Ronnie Trophy and by taking him down in the Kalamazoo Clash. Celia showed that she's the one true little brother by unseating Brandon from the shotgun position in the Little Brother Bowl. Both of these guys got their wins by joining the Hundo Club. Brandon also. Will, so close. Sorry, buddy. Lastly, Allison toppled Nick, and the margin of victory was exactly the difference between their two punters, which shows it's true what they say. Punters win championships. Let's check in on the race for the Cup. As you can see here in black, this is where our standings were last week. Let's fill these in after week 2's on the books. Cleveland's still bringing up the rear in 7th place, but Madison, Farmington, and Chicago all move up one spot as Butler falls back into 6th. Best news of the day, though, is that EL moves up in the number 1 spot by taking Berkeley down. We now currently have the point total for the season after 2 weeks with 455 points. Go us. Well, let's talk about the really important points. Last week, Marion set the high water mark for punting with 11. Let's see if that's still the punt performance to beat after week 2. And it's not. Carla has absolutely destroyed the record by turning in 17 points from her punter last week, so she is now the person to beat. Divisions are shaping up nicely. Over in the Streaks division, I'm on top with 2-0. We've got Kevin and Scott both with a win and a loss, and then the rest of these jabronis are still waiting for their first W. Things are a lot more top-heavy over in the Spartans, as we've got a full 5 teams at 2-0. While Marianne and Marion are still waiting to crack into that column. The incredible thing is just how close the 5 winners in the Spartan division are. Carla and Michelle are currently tied for the number 1 spot with 220 points. Celia's right behind them with 214. Allison's got 212. And Trisha is the lowest scoring undefeated member of the division, still averaging 100 points a week. So that's pretty incredible. Scores like that are the reason why the Streaks keep getting their butt kicked. Spartans took all 3 interdivision matchups last week, bringing their season total to 8-2, and their all-time record versus the guys to 34, 25, and 1. Someday we'll win. All right, it's time now for another super slow-mo, super close-up announcement with Celia P. with camera work by Willie Hud.
Hey guys, remember,
bye weeks start next week.
Thanks, Celia. This has been another super slow-mo, super close-mo announcement with Celia P. All right, this week's matchups are just a murderer's row of good stuff. Right away in the middle of the lineup, you might notice a matchup between 2 guys who just really got into it over the weekend with the group text. Nick really came after his hometown Browns. Scott said, hold on a second, if anybody's going to make fun of a football team, it's the Lions. This little exchange has inspired me to create a trophy for their matchup this week called the Bottomless Barrel to celebrate the fact that we have a Lions fan and Browns fan meeting to determine who will be slightly happier. As an aside, I don't know when we stopped using somebody being so poor they had to wear a barrel as a joke, but I wish we'd bring that back. Other matchups this week, I'm taking on Will in what has turned out to be the closest rivalry in the league. We've met twice. There's only 3 points separate us all time. I currently have a narrow edge with 1 victory, 0 losses, and 1 tie. We also have Michelle taking on Brandon the same week that Michelle's beloved Kirk Cousin takes on Brandon's beloved Buffalo Bills in what is sure to be a bloodbath. We also have a matchup between Marion and Marianne. One of my favorite things about this league, this is the game that I'm advertising is somebody has to win so that we know that one of these 2 will get into the win column this week. One of my favorite things about this league is that we have people in it from all over the place, which does mean that some people only know each other through the HCFC, which I think is great. That does make it really difficult, and we have 2 people with names as similar as Marion and Marianne. That's the inspiration behind this week's trophy, the Silver Potato, to celebrate the potato-potato nature of this rivalry. And for those of you who don't know Marion and Marianne well, I thought I'd give you a helpful mnemonic to be able to remember who is who. So just remember, pay attention to who has glasses, who has some ink, whose husband is adult, and lastly, just remember who's got a daughter, and that'll help you keep track of whether you're thinking about Marion or Marianne. It's like they say, you can't go wrong with jihad. All right, we also have the opposite end of the spectrum in the Spartan division in a duo of matchups that somebody has to lose. As Trisha takes on Celia, both undefeated, and Carla takes on Allison, both sitting at 2-0. That just leaves us with one matchup between Shawnee and Kevin. This is going to be the one that I bring in our baby for Sweet Sweet Rosie C's Stone Cold Lock of the Week. This week's Lock of the Week is brought to you by the Detroit Zoo, now with 400% more peacocks. The only thing more majestic than watching a timeless display of attraction and beauty in front of a public restroom is 3 such displays. And while you're here, don't forget to check out our brand new Polk Penguin Center, where 1 in 10 penguins is actually a peacock. And if you're hungry, don't forget to stop by. Oh, never mind. Listen, just come to the zoo. It's not all peacocks. Yet. All right. Rosie, who do you think's going to win this week? We got Kevin or Sean? Who do you think it's going to be, babe? Who do you think? Oh, you just like looking at yourself in the mirror, huh? Who do you think? Kevin or Sean? Kind of leaning towards a tie now, huh? Rosie, here, you want to see the pictures? What do you think, babe? Sean? Kevin? Oh, that is a clear Sean. Sean has been picked as the lock of the week. Good luck this week, y'all.